Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for another field bow review, and today we have the Mathews Title 40. This is their flagship target and indoor bow. Today we're going to be shooting it. I'm going to give you my feedback. This is my personal target bow for 3D and soon to be indoor. I'll let you know what I have on it, how I have it set up, how I like to shoot it, how it feels, and maybe, just maybe, you're going to want to buy one in the end. Now let's get going. Let's go over some of the accessories here. Start off with the sight. I have the Excel AVX31. Looks like a 6-inch bar. This is their target scope with a 6-power lens in there from Feather Vision. The Elvish ETAC light with a 19 thousandths blue fiber. The Trinity Hamskea rest. I don't know if it's the Pro or not, but it's a great shooting rest. I have a 30-inch Vector front bar by Ramrods with 9 ounces of weight, a 15-inch Vector back bar with 17 ounces of weight, using the nifty little Mathews bow stand. What else we got here? The Hamskea DC PEEP system, and I am running the 29-inch 70-pound 80% let-off mods. Started with the 70% let-off mods, and I do not recommend those. It is very jumpy. The arrows of choice are the VTAC 23s. I got 4 tack driver 2.25s on there with just the standard Victory pin knocks, running 120 grains up front. Like I said, 70 pounds. I'm getting right around 300 feet per second, and the arrow is about 355 grains. I think it's the best 3D setup money can buy, or at least my money can buy, because my money bought it. We're gonna get started on this 60-yarder. So I need to move my sight. I'm not really expecting too much as far as accuracy today because it's a little bit breezy. I don't know if my awesome cameraman can pick that up. It's you. Anyways, as I mentioned earlier, when I first got this bow, I got it with the 70% mods on there, 60, 65, and 70 pounds at 29-inch, and I did not like it. I didn't like the bow. I didn't like the way that it felt or held. I couldn't hold it still to save my life. I couldn't shoot an indoor game to save my life. Thought maybe the draw length was too long, so I went to 28.5-inch mods, which took 2-3 weeks to get. So I had to wait for that. Tried that, felt like my draw length was wrong, so then I had to order the 80% mods at 29, got those, and slowly been getting used to it. I will say it is night and day difference as far as how much better it feels when I first got it. I'm a big fan of the draw cycle. It's very, very smooth. There's not much back wall though. Very shallow. But it is a target bow, so. We got trees falling down. You hear that? Tree branches fell. See? Look at the dust to your left. Look at that. Get that on there, dude. Come on, we're shooting in this right now? All right, anyways. Mathews offers this title in 4 different axle-to-axle options. The 40, which is what I have now, a 38, a 36, and a 34. I got the 40 primarily for indoor. I got it right after Vegas last year. But there's all kinds of 3Ds and outdoor stuff going on right now, so I'm shooting it for that. If I end up really deciding that I like it, I'll most likely get the 38 for the outdoor stuff and then set this bow up solely for indoor. But I have noticed after shooting it more and more that it is more important to have a really good holding weight than it is to have a lot of weight on the bars, which for me it's a first. I'm used to it being the opposite. I used to run really heavy bars. On this one I've realized that I can run like about half the amount of weight on the bars and just have a little bit different holding weight. So it's something just to get used to. Gotta try, you gotta shoot them, try. Good group, okay? Not bad. Not bad for a windy day. Target number 2 We'll shoot from 44 yards while we're inside of this tornado. Hope one of these trees don't fall. 35.7. Now, as with all Mathews flagship bows, whether it's their hunting lineup or their target lineup, they're going to give you all of the mounting options. So it has the bridge lock sight mount option, which we're not using because I have the Achieve XP sight that just bolts to the side. Same thing with my rest. They have the integrate option here if you want to mount an integrate rest there. Again, I'm just using the burger hole on the side. It also has the bridge lock option on the back here. If you have a bridge lock stabilizer, you can run it through that. Again, all this stuff was transfer over from my PSC Supra. So obviously none of it's going to be bridge lock. So that's why everything's just bolted on like that. But by all means, if you guys want to spend the money and get all the bridge lock stuff, more power to you. So I'm not sure if this thing is sighted in 100%. Sounded soft. Let's try one more. All right, let's go see where we hit. Now, what makes this Title different than last year's Title, this is the Gen 2, and what they changed on this one was they incorporated the limb shift technology. So what that is it has a set screw, or actually it has a screw here, a cap screw, that covers the internal pocket that has an Allen key in there. And what that does is you're going to turn that left and right depending on which way you want to shim or push this cam back and forth. And what that does is it's going to change the way that your arrow kicks out of the bow. I did this on this bow 2 days ago, and it took me 2 arrows to get from a 3/4 tear to a perfect bullet hole. That's how easy it is. No bow press needed, very user friendly. It's something that I think every bow manufacturer in the market needs to push and move all their bows towards. It's just something that I think would help not only the shops, but just the people that want to be the DIYers, garage guys. Very cool technology. Very glad that they implemented that. Looks like 44 yards is my number. Just can't shoot too far in the wind, I guess. So last target here, we're gonna shoot it for 36. So you set my sight for 30 something. Let me double check. The 36 is 31.55. Now the mods for this bow are slightly different than the mods on the hunting bow. So the hunting bows run on the SWX mod system. For the Title, it's the SWT. So the T is for the Title. Make sure if you do have both bows, you're not intermixing the two. It won't work going from the SWX to the SWTs. You need the SWTs on the Title. They offer these mods in 80 and 85% let off, and in a whole broad range of poundages and draw lengths. So it is a cool option that they have so many different variations of combinations that you can try. The only problem is you just got to make sure that whatever pro shop that you do go to has them, or if they're willing to order them for you. But they are, I think, like around 30 bucks a set. So just keep that in mind. So we'll shoot 3 arrows at this target, really get you guys a good look at this bow in action. Hopefully I can make good shots. Looks like shot number 2 is right next to number 1, so see if I can not mess it up with the last shot. I think that one was a little high. Let's go check it out. Not bad for the conditions, I guess. So that was 35 yards on a 35 centimeter target. Looks like I caught them all. 2 X's in a spot. It is a sweet shooting bow. It did take me a long time to get used to it. I was used to the PSE platform. I still have my Super X set up because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this bow or not. And to be honest, when I first set it up, it was nothing to rant and rave about. I was not impressed with how it held, how it shot, but I figured that was probably due to just the fact that I'm not used to shooting the Mathews platform. I gave it a real serious, legitimate shot. probably put over 1,000 or 2 arrows into it in the last few weeks. And it's starting to grow on me. I'm really liking it. And I know there's a lot of stuff I can still do to it to really customize it and make it fit me as best as I can. Luckily, I have a few more months until indoor season is really gonna start to kick off, so I have time to do that. So if you're interested in getting into the target side of things, I would recommend giving this bow a look. It does take a while to kind of get used to a target setup and a target bow if you're used to just strictly bow hunting stuff, but it will definitely make you a better shooter if you do dabble in the target side of things. You learn a lot about the bows that you can then transfer over to your bow hunting setup. So it's something to consider. Again, find your local pro shop, see if they have these bows on the rack. If they do, give it a shot. Let us know in the comments what you think. I like it. I'll be shooting with it. Hopefully I'll be podium with it. Podiuming, is that a word? Podiuming? Anyways, I hope I win. Leave a comment, like the video. Thanks for watching.